Hey buddy, something shifts, something cracks open, right? You feel it pulsing. The air is heavier, the silence louder, and oh, don't pretend you can't sense it. Because this isn't some random talk. This is your night of fire, your night of change, your night of pure transformation. Yeah, you heard me right. Tonight you receive it. Tonight it happens. No excuses, no delays, no second chances, because the moment is already burning through you. And wow, you better be ready, because once it begins, there's no turning back. I'm not just speaking words here. I'm speaking directly to you. You, the one watching, the one fighting, the one refusing to stay buried. Oh, you've carried too much, suffered too long, and tonight, this video isn't just content. It's a mirror, a weapon, a trigger. And let me say this with sharp respect. Salute to you. The audience right here, the ones loyal, the ones listening till the end. You're not just watchers, you're warriors. You're proof this world still has fighters alive, standing, refusing to bow. So listen. Don't just skip through. Don't drift away. Give yourself the full ride, the full strike of every word. Let it cut deep. Let it sting. Let it shake you awake. Comment your fire below. Drop your thoughts, your battle scars, your own rise. And if you feel the power hitting, leave that super thanks, because this movement is built with you, for you, through you. This isn't hype. This isn't noise. It's transformation, raw and undeniable. And tonight, you will see it. You will feel it. You will become it. Ready to step in? Or are you still afraid of the change waiting to swallow you whole? People don't break because they're weak. They break because they've been pretending too long. Look at yourself tonight. Stop pretending you don't know what I'm talking about. You've carried yourself through the days like a machine, face polished, voice controlled, body walking the same path over and over. But deep inside, something has been crawling, scratching, begging, and you've buried it under routines and smiles, haven't you? Oh, the act is convincing. You fooled everyone else, but you can't fool yourself anymore. That mask you wear, it's slipping. And here's the brutal truth. You're terrified. Not of losing control. Not of being exposed. No. You feel it, don't you? The pressure behind your ribs. The pulse that keeps hammering when you lie awake at night. That's not stress. That's not exhaustion. That's transformation pounding at the door, waiting for you to open. And every time you ignore it, every time you distract yourself, you're stealing from yourself. Time. Potential. Power. Wow. Think about that for a second. You've been your own thief, robbing yourself of the one thing no one else could ever take away, who you could have been. But here's the twist. You don't need more time. You don't need more chances. You don't need another day to prepare. No, tonight is already here. And tonight doesn't care about your excuses. Tonight demands payment. And the only currency it will accept is the end of who you were. Yeah, I said it. The end of who you were. The one who played safe. The one who kept silent when they should have spoken. The one who lowered their head when they should have stood tall. That version of you isn't broken. It's expired. And what happens to things that expire? Don't look away. Face it. That rot you feel in your chest when you think about wasted time. That's real. That's the price of hesitation. and you've been paying it for years. But tonight, the bill comes in full. Listen closely. Transformation isn't gentle. It isn't polite. It doesn't knock on your door with flowers. It arrives like a storm, violent, unapologetic. It tears off masks, shreds illusions, and leaves nothing but raw truth standing. And if you've got the courage to face it, it will make you unstoppable. But if you don't, it will crush you where you stand. Oh wow. Yeah, you didn't expect it to sound like this, did you? You thought transformation was some soft little process, gradual and calm. No, it's war. A war inside you, between the person you've been and the person you're meant to be. And war doesn't end with compromise. It ends with victory or defeat. So tell me, which side do you think will win? The weak you, clinging to comfort, or the rising you, ready to tear through everything in the way? Don't answer yet. Just sit with it. Feel it. Because tonight isn't about dreaming of change. Tonight is about surrendering to the fact that change is already here, breathing down your neck, daring you to step forward. The scariest stranger you'll ever meet is the one hiding in your own reflection. So the mask has slipped. Now what? What stares back at you isn't some monster from outside. It's you, raw, untamed. The version you've been suffocating under years of pretending. And when you look into those eyes, you realize something chilling. This is the face you've feared more than the world itself. Oh, the irony. You thought the mask was your protection, your shield, your comfort. But no, the mask was the cage. And underneath it, there's no protection. There's no shield. There's only a self that doesn't beg to be liked, doesn't kneel to approval, doesn't shrink when stared at. Underneath the mask, you find not weakness, but the terrifying possibility of who you could be if you stopped apologizing for existing. You've been told to play it safe, to wait your turn, to be normal. Wow, what a trap. They fed you the poison of smallness, and you swallowed it with a smile. And every time you silenced your own voice, every time you lowered your head, you gave that masked version of yourself another chance to breathe. But here's the truth. You cannot carry two selves forever. One will win, either the hollow mask or the raw, unchained you. And tonight, you feel the war reaching its breaking point. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. Growth doesn't come wrapped in comfort. Growth comes when the mirror stops lying and shows you the dirt, the cracks, the scars you didn't want to see. That's why so many people keep the mask on. They'd rather live in pretty lies than face the ugly truth. But not you. Not anymore. You're staring into that reflection, trembling, maybe, but still staring. And that's how it begins. The trembling is proof you're alive, proof you're waking up, proof you've stopped running. Nah, don't flinch now. Hold your ground. Underneath the mask is someone dangerous. Not dangerous to the innocent, but dangerous to weakness, to excuses, to wasted time. That self is sharp, hungry, relentless. And once you let it breathe, there's no stuffing it back inside. Listen, the world fears people like that. People who don't wear masks, because masks are predictable. Masks obey rules. Masks keep everyone calm. But someone without a mask, someone who walks in their true form, they can't be manipulated, can't be bought, can't be controlled, and that makes them untouchable. Oh wow, you can feel it, can't you? That spark behind your eyes, the pulse in your fists, the whisper in your head saying, enough. That's the real you, stirring, stretching, demanding space. And tonight you either let it rise or you smother it again and rot slowly in silence. So let me ask you, which choice burns more? The pain of unleashing yourself and facing the chaos, or the pain of watching yourself decay while pretending to be fine? Because underneath the mask, there's no middle ground. You either step into the fire or you sink back into the mud. And tonight is no ordinary night. Tonight, one of those versions dies. If the old you is rotting, maybe it's time to bury it. Rebirth never starts with light. It starts with the darkness of something ending. So the mask is cracked. The rotting self has been exposed. And now comes the part no one wants to face, the burial. Yes, the burial of who you used to be. People think transformation is about adding something. New habits, new skills, new routines. Oh, what a lie. The truth is, transformation begins with subtraction, with the death of the weak, with the funeral of excuses, with lowering the old you into the soil and covering it until it's gone. Oh, how you resist this. You cling to pieces of that decaying identity as if it ever gave you strength. But what did it ever give you? Regret, delay, stagnation. You know this, and yet you hesitate. Why? Because burial feels final. It feels permanent. And you, like most people, are addicted to the illusion of second chances. But tonight doesn't deal in illusions. Tonight deals in endings. And until you accept that, no new you can breathe. Wow. That silence you feel right now, that's not emptiness. That's the sound of the old you, gasping its last breath, begging for survival. It wants you to believe you need it, that without it you're nothing. But think carefully. Was it really keeping you alive, or was it just keeping you chained? Yeah. Deep down, you already know the answer. That version of you was a parasite, feeding on your time, feeding on your will, feeding on every ounce of potential you had. And parasites don't deserve mercy. They deserve burial. So imagine it. Imagine placing the old you in the ground, the lazy one, the timid one, the one who made promises they never kept, the one who let fear dictate every move. Lower them down, hear the dirt falling, feel the finality. Nah, don't flinch, it's not cruelty, it's justice. Listen carefully. No transformation survives without this burial. If you try to rise while dragging the corpse of your old self, you will collapse. And isn't that what's been happening all along? Half changes, half decisions, half transformations that never stuck because you never buried what had to die. But tonight is different. Tonight you stand with a shovel in your hands, dirt on your palms, sweat in your eyes, and you decide, does the weak you stay buried forever, or do you dig it back up tomorrow morning like nothing ever happened? Oh wow. Do you feel the weight of that choice? It's heavier than anything you've carried before, because this time, there's no pretending you didn't know. This time, the burial is real. This time, the coffin closes, and the old you loses its voice. And when that silence takes hold, something else will stir. A pulse, a vibration, a heartbeat you've never heard before. stronger, louder, fierce. That's not the old you. That's the one waiting to rise. But remember, the rise can only happen after the burial. So here's the question, burning in the air. Do you have the courage to finish the burial tonight? Or will you keep dragging the corpse of your weakness everywhere you go? Because if you bury it completely, the ground itself will tremble when you rise. The ground cannot hold what refuses to kneel. And now listen. The silence of the burial doesn't last. It cracks. It rumbles. It shifts beneath your feet. Because once the old you is gone, something else claws upward through the dirt, demanding air. This is the rise. Not tomorrow, not someday. Tonight. Right now. Oh, it doesn't rise politely. It doesn't ask permission. It surges. It tears through the soil with force you didn't know was inside you. And suddenly, the spine straightens, the lungs expand, the eyes sharpen. This is not confidence, it's clarity. The clarity that weakness is dead, excuses are buried, and only one thing remains, the will to move forward without chains. Oh wow. Feel that shift. Your hands no longer shake. They tighten into fists. Your legs no longer drag. They drive into the ground like steel. Your voice doesn't whisper. It cuts like a blade. This is what rising feels like. It's violent. Yes, but it's real. Yeah, people will notice. They'll sense it in your walk, in your silence, in the way you look at them without flinching. And they won't understand. They'll wonder what changed. They'll think it's sudden. But you'll know the truth, it's not sudden at all. It's the result of every burial, every tear, every silent war you fought inside your own chest. Nah, don't expect applause. Rising isn't about their approval. It's not about their cheers. It's about standing so tall that even the shadows hesitate to cover you. And once you rise, you'll never beg to be seen again. You'll be impossible to ignore. The rise is not a step forward. It's an eruption. It's the breaking of chains that never belonged on you in the first place. It's the declaration that you will not return to the dirt you buried. And here's the brutal truth. Once you rise, you can't go back. You can't shrink again. You can't pretend you're the same. The moment you rise, the old doors close forever. Oh. Do you feel that rush in your chest? That fire crawling up your throat? That's the sound of the world adjusting to your new weight. The ground trembling under your stance. The air bending around your presence. That's the price of rising. You disturb everything around you. And if you're not ready for the disturbance, you're not ready to rise. Every rise looks glorious until the fire arrives to prove if it was real. You've risen. The burial is behind you. The air feels sharper. The ground feels stronger beneath your feet. But don't get too comfortable, because every rise is followed by the test. It's always been this way. Fire comes not to celebrate your growth, but to question it, to challenge it, to see if you are who you claim to be, or if you're just pretending. Oh, don't misunderstand. This fire isn't about burning you down for sport. It's about revealing. Fire strips away the weak, the fake, the surface level. Fire asks one brutal question. Can you withstand me, or will you melt? And here's the shock. Most people never pass. They rise with noise, with excitement, with bold claims. Wow, They talk about change. They brag about transformation. They parade their new skin for the world to see. But when the fire touches them, when the pressure increases, when the setbacks arrive, they fold. They scream. They return to the ashes they came from. But you don't have that luxury anymore. You buried your weakness. You rose from the dirt. You've already crossed the point of no return. The test isn't here to destroy you. It's here to carve you into something the old you could never survive. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Fire doesn't pass gently over your skin. It presses, it sears, it digs into the bone. It will burn away your excuses, your delays, your hesitation. Every time you thought about quitting, the fire will remind you why you started. Every time you doubted yourself, the fire will laugh in your face. And it's in that laugh that you'll discover something shocking. You're still standing. Nah, don't flinch. Don't cower. This isn't the time to step back. The fire isn't punishment. It's a forge. And inside a forge, only two things happen. Either you break apart or you become unshakable. Which one you become depends on how long you're willing to endure. Think carefully. The weak always pray for the fire to end quickly, but the strong understand the fire is the blessing they didn't know they needed, because it forces them to prove what words can't. You can't fake resilience in the fire. You either withstand it or you collapse. Oh, do you feel that heat crawling over you now? That resistance in your chest? That heaviness on your shoulders? That's the fire pressing against your rise, trying to drag you back into the dirt you crawled out of. But this time, you're different. You don't panic. You don't run. You don't whine. You embrace it. Because deep down, you know this is the only way to solidify your transformation. And when you pass through it, when the flames have taken everything that was fake, you'll step out of the smoke sharper than steel, harder than stone, clearer than air. That's the gift of the test. It doesn't leave you the same. It leaves you undeniable. And now, here we are? The end? Or maybe the beginning? Oh, wow, yeah. Feel that pulse? That's not my voice anymore, that's your fire screaming inside. Nah, don't you dare switch this off and forget, because tonight was never just words, it was transformation. You came in as one person. You leave as another, stronger, sharper, untouchable. And oh, I'm proud of you, more than you realize, because only the brave stayed till now. Only the warriors endured the storm of every word. So let's seal it right here. Drop your comments below, your scars, your victories, your truth. Show me you're alive. Show me you're awake. Show me that tonight wasn't wasted. And yeah, if this hit your core, smash that super thanks, not for me, but for the fire we just lit together. To my audience, respect. You're not just viewers, you're the legends in the making. You're the proof that transformation is real, breathing, undeniable. So remember this. Tonight, you received a shift, a cut, a spark. And tomorrow the world won't even recognize you anymore, because the transformation is already happening, and nothing can stop it now.